Okay, so we need to talk about Jewelpets, the Sanrio franchise slash anime that's filled with magical battles, school exams, and a romance between a Jewelpet and human. How did this happen? Why did this happen? And most importantly, how did it end? Hi friends, my name's Amber and I'm so obsessed with all things kawaii that I literally moved across the world to Japan to study Japanese just so I can learn everything there is to know about all my favorite characters, and I share what I find with you guys here. Let's get into Jewelpets. What exactly are the Jewelpets? Are they pets made of jewels, perhaps? Well, that is actually sort of correct. The Jewelpets are magical pets that live in Jewelland and have gemstones for eyes. They're all named after the magical jewels that are in their eyes, so they all have different gemstone eyes. If you're a kawaii fan like myself, you've probably heard of the Jewelpets and seen them scampering around starring in their own franchise. These sociable and intelligent creatures are always busy studying so that they can become pro magic users. They partner up with their chosen humans, study magic, train, and occasionally save Jewelland or Earth. That's right, the Jewelpets aren't just cute and cuddly pets, they're basically kawaii heroes. And since they star in multiple anime series, they actually save Earth a lot. Something really interesting about the Jewelpet franchise is that they were actually created by two different companies. In 2008, Sanrio, the creator of our beloved Hello Kitty, and Sega Toys, a toy company in Japan, joined forces to create the Jewelpet franchise. That might be why these creatures look a little different than your standard Sanrio character. So anyway, Sanrio assigned their creators Yuko Yamaguchi, the third designer of Hello Kitty, and Miyuki Okumura, the designer of Sanrio, to work together to create the Jewelpets. And what a good job they did. These guys are so cute. The Jewelpets went on to become so popular that they actually have two different origin stories, which are both very interesting. So we'll talk about those in a bit. Did you know that in Land, the Sanrio theme park in Tokyo, there's a special Jewelpet shop? Anyway, let's talk about the origin of Jewelpets. According to Sanrio, the story starts with a girl finding a magical jewelry box in an antique store. The box eventually sucks her into the magical world of Jewelland. It's filled with magical gemstones and a princess who greets her with a jewel apple. The apple that the princess gives the girl magically turns into a Jewelpet with sparkling gem eyes. The girl is delighted, but there is a problem in Jewelland. According to the princess, magic was beginning to vanish from Jewelland, and they needed the girl's help. So the princess asked the girl to become a full-fledged magician with her Jewelpet to help save Jewelland. Which, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a big responsibility for a girl that just got sucked into a magical jewelry box. But anyway, yes, that's the origin story to Jewelpets, and that's Sanrio's origin story. The anime actually has another origin story, which we'll talk about in a bit. I like this hat, even though it is for children. It's very tight. You might pass out, we'll see. Okay, now let's talk about the Jewelpet anime series because it is so good. The year after the Jewelpets debuted, Studio Comet came in and offered to give these guys their own anime series. Sanrio and Sega both agreed, and thank gosh they did because the series was so good, it got 52 episodes. The stars of the anime series are Ruby, Sapphire, and Garnet. And remember when I said before that they have two origin stories? Well, we already talked about Sanrio's origin story. Let's talk about the anime's origin story. The series begins with a magician turning all of the Jewelpets into little charms so that they can be taken to the forest. However, Ruby, the playful bunny who likes to mess around, stayed behind. So the Jewelpets that were turned into charms were traveling to the forest via stork, but because of a strong wind, they fell off and down into Earth in Japan. And Ruby over here was sent to Earth to go retrieve her friends. Ruby teams up with middle schooler Rinko Roku to retrieve her friends before the antagonist of the show, the evil Diana, gets them. Anyway, this anime series for the Jewelpets was so popular that it ended up getting a lot of spin-off series. Each series has its own unique plot and different set of human characters. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into this series, you guys. You're just gonna have to watch it. Okay, I want to introduce all of the Jewelpet characters because they are cute, but before that, I think it's important that I give you some background information about the types of powers that exist in Jewelland. So the Jewelpets have all different types of magical powers. For example, the Jewelpets with the magical red attribute can use cute magic and control fire. The ones with the magical green attribute can control and transform plants. Jewelpets with the magical blue attribute can manipulate objects. And then lastly, the Jewelpets with the magical black attribute can do mystical magic. So yes, keep those in mind. And by the way, if you're into magical anime, there's another one called Ojamaju Doremi that we're going to cover in another video, so look out for it. Now that you have the background information on the magic, let's get into the Jewelpet characters. So the main three Jewelpets are Ruby, Sapphire, and Garnet, but there's actually 42 different Jewelpets that we know of in total. We'll go over the main three here, and if you want to know about the rest of the 42, you can check out the Blippo blog linked below. Let's start with Ruby, the magical playful bunny that we mentioned earlier. Ruby has the magical red attribute. She's known to be polite and clean, and she loves cherry blossom season. Ruby represents luck and courage. All of the characters also have separate gem names, and Ruby's is Kogyoku. Next is Garnet, a girl Persian cat who also has the red magical attribute. Garnet has a beautiful pink coat that she's very proud of, and she represents love. She's a very hard worker, and her gem name is the same as her real name, Garnet. And lastly, we have Safi, a girl Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. She has the magical blue attribute, and her gem name is Sapphire. Out of these three Jewelpets, I think Ruby is my favorite. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below, and you'll be automatically entered to win one of these exclusive Blippo water bottles. So cute and perfect for adventuring around with your Jewelpets. If you're new to the Jewelpet franchise, you're probably wondering why a lot of fans talk about Lapis Lazuli. So Lapis is a girl Russian blue cat Jewelpet who represents strong fortune. Lapis has a unique power called the destruction of evil that allows her human teammate to destroy anything or anyone evil. So yeah, she's a pretty powerful Jewelpet. And the reason everyone talks about her is because in episode 34, she got brainwashed. She was possessed by the Red Moon, who was the main villain of the Jewelpet Happiness series. The Red Moon spreads unhappiness by taking control of people and Jewelpets who stare at it too deeply. So yeah, Lapis unfortunately looked at the moon a little too long and got possessed by it. Creepy. And in the anime, while being under the control of the Red Moon, Lapis starts torturing people. Thankfully, the main character of the series, Chatty, was able to help Lapis snap out of the mind control and save the day. It's a little confusing, you're just gonna have to watch it, trust me, because it was an interesting episode. Did you know that the Jewelpets isn't just about cuteness and magic? It also has a bit of romance in the series. So Ruby, the main character of the series, has a few romantic interests throughout the show. Her first romantic interest is Tor, the American short-haired Jewelpet. There's one series where Tor is actually introduced as Ruby's ex-boyfriend. Tor isn't Ruby's most controversial boyfriend though. There's a human boy character, Mikage Shiraishi, who falls in love with Ruby, the Jewelpet. He falls so hard that he actually decides to transform into a Jewelpet so he could be with her. I guess that's romantic? So yeah, in the end, he transforms into a Jewelpet called Granite, and him and Ruby get to be together. I guess it's cute. Have you heard of birthstones before? These are gems that represent a person's birth period based on the month that they were born. And since they have bright shining gems in their eyes, the Jewelpets also act as birthstones. Let's see which one is yours. If you're born in January, your Jewelpet is Garnet, and that means you're good at confessing your love to your love interest. So yeah, good luck and love for you. Those born in February have Amelie as their Jewelpet, and she has the power to bond people together, so you also have good luck and love. If you're born in March, your Jewelpet is Aqua, and Aqua gives people the magic to understand that what they have is enough, so you're probably confident. For those born in April, like myself, our Jewelpet is Diana, who gives the power of eternal love, so that's good for us. May babies have Rald the Panda, who has the power to to bring happiness to everyone, so you are a joy. For people born in June, yours is a little weird. You have Luna, the dwarf bunny, who has the power to make girls more appealing. So I guess if you're a girl, you're more attractive. I don't know about that one. July babies, you guys are the most lucky because you have Ruby as your jewel pet, and she has the power to give you good luck to do anything. If you're born in August, you actually have 2 jewel pets, Peridot and Sardonyx. Peridot has the power to help people look towards the future, and Sardonyx can put an end to any quarrel or fight, so you're a peacekeeper. For those born in September, your jewel pet is Safi, another good one, and she gives you the power of intelligence. Like August, October also has 2 jewel pets, Tor and Opal. Tor, or Tourmaline, has the power of adventure and friendship, and Opal is a unicorn who helps people find their hidden talent. So I feel like October is a really good one. You're probably popular and just like good at life. If you're born in November, you have Rin, a bird jewel pet who brings you prosperity, another good one. And last but not least, for December babies, your jewel pet is Tata, a monkey who gives you the courage to do anything. What that thing is, we don't know, but it's probably something good. So the Jewelpets might not be as popular as some other Sanrio characters like Cinnamon Roll, Pom Pom Purin, or Hiromi, but they do have their own following. In Sanrio's 28th character popularity ranking, these guys actually ranked 6th for most popular franchise. Seeing just how popular the Jewelpets became over the years, Sanrio decided to host a few mascot shows at Sanrio Pure Land in Japan just for Ruby, Garnet, Sapphire, and the whole Gemini gang. These shows included Jewelpets and Cinnamon's Future Revolution, Jewelpet Kira Deco Musical, and Jewelpet Magical March. And it didn't just end at Pure Land. Because of the success of the anime, the franchise got its own original movie called Jewelpet the Movie Sweets Dance Princess, and its own short film called Jewelpet Attack Travel. In that film, the Jewelpets go on a school trip to Sichuan, China, which sounds so fun. And if video gaming is more of your thing, don't worry because the Jewelpets have your back. Actually, they have 7 different video games. A few of the notable ones are Jewelpet's Let's Play Together in the Room of Magic, a rhythm game called Jewelpet Magical Rhythm Yay, and Jewelpet Magical Dance in Style Deco. Whatever your gaming style is, there's a Jewelpet game out there for you. Unfortunately, Jewelpets doesn't have a permanent cafe, but they do occasionally do pop-up cafes where they have special cute Jewelpet drinks and desserts and sell exclusive merch. After its 7th show, Lady Jewelpet, some fans were wondering whether or not Jewelpet would be cancelled. But no, Jewelpet is not cancelled. Even though we're not getting any more Jewelpet anime, there's still plenty of Jewelpet merch and other things being made. For example, in Sanrio stores and online, you can find things like Jewelpet plushies, bags, charms, you name it, they've got it. So yeah, don't worry if you're looking to fill your room with magical Jewelpets because there's a lot to choose from. And speaking of magical, did you know that Jewelpets aren't the only Sanrio character with magic powers? Like for example, Cinnamon Roll. Did you know that Cinnamon Roll can actually fly? If you thought you already knew everything there is to know about Cinnamon Roll, I think you'll be surprised about what you find out in the next video. Bye! And its own short film called Screaming Child. Let's do that again.